friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. We're back with another pick a card, another message. What's going on, you guys? Today is a what is the juicy tea on you? No, what is so this topic, I think I've done it on the channel before, and I got the prompt from Urban Dictionary, so let me read it to y'all, okay? Because sometimes I don't even know what tea means, like, so I have to look it up. Juicy tea, urbandictionary.com. But anyways, if you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate. I am a student. You can find more about me, how Felicia Trees Tarot and Divas Can Manifest org has been founded, over on my lifestyle channel. Also follow Divas Can Manifest org. But let's get into it. The juicy tea refers to highly scandalous, exclusive, or entertaining gossip stemming from the broader slang term tea. Juicy emphasizes that the gossip is particularly shocking or intimate. It is often paired with phrases like spill the tea. Spill the tea, friend. Let's spill it. That's what y'all want, right? Y'all want it? I got it. Dripping like water. Want it? I got it. Okay, group one. You are level up queen in this bitch. And then group two, you are the butterfly. And in group three, you are the heart. Let's get into it, and I'll see you guys in your selection. Hi group one, welcome to your selection. What is the juicy tea on you? You chose the level up badge of honor, okay? Because I'm hearing that, for one, can't nobody level up the way that you level up, first of all. I don't know, I think the juicy tea on you, group one, is that some of you guys have, you may have like shown a lot of progress with something. Like, and maybe you've had the most, like maybe you guys have won some type of superlative, an accolade. Maybe you've won an award, you've received rewards and recognition most recently, but it's like something where you're definitely being rewarded, like for like how much progress you have made. Like you have been the most to, like, you've shown the most progress is what I'm hearing, or you've had the best dedication in a situation, or your ability to transcend a limitation or a handicap, a disability, is also very juicy, friend. That's very juicy because people will maybe have not been expecting you to level up like this, and you just like defied all odds, shocked everyone. When people thought that it was not like possible for you to do something, it's wild because that everything has become possible for you. This is interesting because I was just like thinking about this. It was like this may be involving a situation where people thought that something conventional or established was the correct method or was the right decision, but they realized that like they were actually disillusioned by some other, like from something that was established or conventional, or something that these people thought were a sure thing. It was not a sure thing, okay? So we have paradise. What's the juicy tea on you? The juicy tea on you is that you are very people are referring to you as a garden. People consider you to be a garden, or that you being with you is like being in a paradise or being heaven on earth. Maybe this is juicy tea about you could involve something sexual, something romantic, something maybe some of you guys are sharing an erotic relationship that you have on social media, and they know that this relationship, you guys are on cloud nine. They know that you guys eat like certain foods that you guys eat together, something where you guys talk about eating foods together, or somebody likes to eat your kitty cat, okay, or something like that. They like to eat it. I'm hearing, you know, they like to eat groceries. You like to eat the booty like groceries or something like that, and they know that because they like to eat it so much that it's very clean and hygienic. So yeah, the juicy tea on you is that your man or something like that, or your partner, likes to eat the booty like groceries, and they know that when you go home or when you're at home, a lot of this is happening or something like that. They're seeing that like your partner can't keep their hands off of you or something like that. Okay. We have evolution. We have night. Okay. So, and then on the bottom of the deck we have celebration. So some of you guys, the GCT is about like some type of celebration, some type of fun activities that you're doing, something that some milestone that you've recently hit. I also am seeing that this could be, some of you guys are attending the Super Bowl parties, you're attending tailgates. Maybe there is just like people are gossiping. The GCT is like, is that like your home in life is becoming everything that you've ever wanted. Especially some of you guys, if these people see that you've had like, that you've been alone for a long time, or that you've been single for a long time, and now they're finally seeing your home, or they're seeing, you know, this place that you call home, or you're finally getting a dream partner or something like that. And people, they know that this was a evolution, that this was a large, like a big adaptation in your life, from not being paradise to being paradise. And even if you're like a man, or you're like some of you guys could be very wealthy men, hardworking men, and they can see that you finally found a home, like some juicy gossip and tea on you, especially like if these are co-workers or something like that. They're saying that you're always working, you're always on the game, you're always in your technology room. They're saying that you're always in your man cave, and that you've been single for a long time, and they think that you're very handsome, but they know that it's because you work so much, or that you have like these other addictions to like gaming, or just like technology or something like that, and they see that some type of fine young thing has come around. Y'all cannot with this. They're saying that like you, some feminine energy or some dream partner have come around and have been intuitive in helping you break free from your fears of intimacy, and some, maybe even some of your addictions. Like you could have been single for a long time, and they see that there's been a dream partner that have like that you have like recently been sharing a lot of intimate nights and moments with, and they see that this is like a big adaptation, a big change, something that you had to evolve through, or something that you will have to evolve through. Okay. And that this is like, that this, I don't know, because there's some of them are seeing this happen on social media. They're seeing paradise, they're seeing heaven on earth, they're seeing your dream partner or dream relationship. And so this has inspired a lot of gang stalkers. Like a lot of people have started stalking you because they see that you are evolving into this like dream life that you've been wanting. Maybe like this transition could feel so excruciatingly boring and taxing, because a lot of you guys have to find the sacrament in some mundane details or some mundane activities, maybe doing a lot of adulting, maybe being on your computer a lot, maybe having to work a lot, and they see that you're finally, entering time freedom, and you finally have an art home, or you finally have a rewarded home, and this is everything that you've ever wanted, or something like that. We have Leo energy. Yeah, there's some of you guys, this could be somebody that's gossiping about your marriage, okay? And how it's a paradise with this person. Leo energy. What was I saying about rewards and recognition? That's so confirming. Okay, and then we have the Matrix. What did I say? I knew that this opposition was thick with the Matrix. Like, they're definitely trying to keep you from evolving into this paradise with this partner. Like, and it's literally not like, I mean, like, it's like something where they keep doing something fraudulent. Something fraudulent keeps happening to try to stop you from getting to a marriage or something like that. Maybe it is like, this is actual fraud, like a subversive activity. This matrix group could be trying to obstruct your stability in a way so that you can't evolve and meet this partner for marriage, or meet this partner, or well establish this relationship with this partner or something like that. But I'm getting that, like, the irony of this situation is that this is literally like, this is literally a waste. Like, these people, their behavior and their investments in like trying to like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe this is a situation that you need to kind of like stand up to, or you feel like, especially because this involves fraud, it could be crime, it could be danger, it could be health risk associated, but you need to adapt in order to get to paradise. And I think that you are like, especially if you guys are on path for rewards and recognition, this is an increase in social standing and a lot more recognition upon your rewarded home. So there are a lot of people, the UCT on you is that you're adapting through this period of getting highly rewarded. I'm hearing high honors, where people started to stalk you or to commit, like started stealing from you because they became obsessed with this, your home as a paradise. Some of you are literally dream partners. You're like Barbie dolls, pretty face. Some of them feel like you have privileges of light skin and just beautiful complexions in general. Like, it doesn't even have to be light skin. Just like if you have a beautiful complexion, glowy skin with cute feminine features, they'll see that say that, especially if you are like if you are a marginalized identity, they will really be obsessed with like your features and things like that. Like, they'll be obsessed with how closely you align with the European standard of beauty. And there are a lot of people that have become obsessed with your beauty and whatever else is getting you rewarded and recognized. And in this situation, especially like if you guys are on path, you might be marrying up a social class, or you might need to endure to reach stability with this partner. And you need to sustain your self-confidence, because that means that you are being rewarded a leadership position. And this adaptation is executive level security clearance. This adaptation is you learning a lot about your health and safety, you learning about what kind of frauds that these gang stalkers have been committing as well. Like, you've had to evolve and sustain your confidence through the situation. Maybe there was even a period where like it upset your stability because you were stalked and stolen from, or it undermined your security and stability, it undermined your feminine energy to receive. So it could have put you in this defensive masculine like this defensive and masculine energy that does not allow you to trust the sacred flow and evolve. And so the matrix is in opposition to keep you in a liminal realm of not having stability by committing fraud. Okay? And I think that people are starting to become aware of these people who became obsessed with you, and that they couldn't, like, the juicy tea is that they couldn't stop you from getting rewards and recognition. Like, they did a lot behind the scenes to try to like upset your stability, and this was like a big attack on your self-confidence. But it's like these rewards and recognition that you're getting are undefeated, undisputed, and something that you also have evolved into. So especially some of you guys, you have maybe refined yourself a lot. Maybe you have worked on your imperfections and flaws a lot, and this has put you in a position of leadership. And so you have you have a big role as a leadership position. And these people who cannot, like, these people who are not leaders, it really showed, like, them attack their fraud behavior, or their, like, whatever they did to attack your stability was really them feeling unstable about you. That's the crazy part about it. Like, that's the irony of the weakness, is that because you have the greatest amount of security and stability as the teacher, as the leadership, and possibly as the most endowed as well, and your expressions are very tethered to, and this makes people want to stalk you, because they know that you're in a leadership position. They see that you've been very prideful and radiant and proud and performative and regal, and there's absolutely like, the juicy tea on you is that you are secure within yourself now, and you are the center of attention, is what I'm hearing, for one. So you have to be, secure within yourself, or something like that. And I think that you this is about you having an assertive engagement with the outer world. The juicy tea on you is that a lot of you guys, this relationship, this marriage, this could possibly be a marriage or something else that has made you well established, that is allowing you a leadership position, or that is allowing you, that has made you more confident, especially if there was a breakdown in your stability and security and you had to adapt and evolve because of a gang stalker or some type of fraud that people could be, juicy gossiping about. Okay, interesting. LOL. Yeah, this gang stalker, people are gossiping about this person who was committing fraud, and I'm hearing that all their bad habits came to light, and I'm getting that, your bad habits came to light too, friend. Like everybody, got their ass washed on national television, with your rewards and recognition. Motherfuckers couldn't hide behind no fucking fraud shit. Like, the juicy tea on you is that, like, people who were trying to put up fraud, people who were pretentious, people who were trying to act like they were rewarded and recognized, people who were trying to act like they were confident and like they were well established, you made all that shit look small, and people were like shirking in comparison to you. Like, your rewards and recognition got so much bigger, your bag got so much longer than these people who were committing fraud against you, and you were courageous about that shit and evolved and adapted because motherfuckers started stalking you at the beginning and tried to make it seem like it was something about your physical appearance, but it was really them feeling unstable at how much merit you brought from the table from the jump. Like, people was pissed off at the jump. Like, people, I'm hearing something about your launch or your initial endeavor was very strong. I'm hearing that you started off on a very strong foot, and these people, it made them when they saw your home and how well established it was from the jump, this made them stalk you and undermine you. Like, this made them, like, somebody saw your home and how well established you were at the onset of something, and wanted to attack you at the beginning, and you were new to rewards and recognition. And so a lot of you guys, this was just like you releasing what was potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. I think that this did you very well. For one, I think that it was an adaptation that needed to happen. It was evolution that needed to happen. It was the skeletons falling out of the closet. It was you washing their ass and your own ass. It was something that may have you even had to be courageous around as well. Okay, this matrix, they want to stop you from evolving with their attacks on your self-confidence or something like that. Okay, so that you don't feel good enough to choose paradise or to make the best decisions for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I see that, like, people are saying that these motherfuckers could not stop you. They never stopped your bag, and that all their bad habits came to light. Their secret pain and shame came to light. Their delusional rapport with the divine came to light. Okay, this person, I'm hearing that they keep they weren't, like, people started dragging them because it was clear that they were not well established, and they were very vain as well. Whatever rewards and recognition they received were mediocre accomplishments. So when you came around and started off on that strong foot or something like that, people got real dizzy. Like, motherfuckers they saw a siren and they started, everybody was in an uproar. Motherfuckers started beating their chest and barking at the moon, and mugs got really unhinged about your strong initial something. You know what I'm saying? They knew that it meant evolution, and now they're seeing you evolve even more. They're seeing, some of them watch this transition, and now you're ready for paradise, or they're watching you get married, or they're watching you merge. They're watching you get the reward. The anticipated reward is that your dream comes true. And it took courage to do this, but for a lot of you, you and this person, it took a lot of courage. But I think that also, what was I gonna say? People felt very mediocre compared to you. That was the juicy tea, is that, like, if they try to attack your physical appearance, it's because you really make all that shit look mediocre. Like, somebody tried to act like they was well established. They tried to act like they was, they tried to, they thought that they had rewards and recognition. You made that shit look very strong at the onset, like the way that you started off, and especially the way that you evolved it as well. Whatever project you were working on, the way that something evolved just got people, seeing the vision was long term, that the vision was planned long ago, that you were the one that had the vision in the first place, and that all these other people were just copycat dupes of you, trying to mimic everything that you did. Hoes was trying to race up and copy up, trying to rush to the finish line. You were slow and steady, and that vision evolved and unfolded, and everything happened in perfect divine timing. And it made this matrix, it showed their bad habits, that they weren't really manifesting anything, that they weren't well established, that they were just chasing clout, that they had bad hygiene. Okay, they know that your partner like to eat it too, friends. So they know that you was very clean down there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have no problem eating it. We have the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Five of Swords reversed. I think that, and then we have the Star. I think that these people, these people were, I don't know who this could possibly be. This could be a ex-partner, ex-romantic partner that people are gossiping about, because it feels like you are getting a home now, and this a paradise. And whoever this person is, they're talking about a past breakup, and they're saying that this person still has hope or something like that. This person who was liking to eat it a lot, they're saying that, you and this person resolve your conflict, but y'all didn't get back together or something like that. They said that it was a breakup, okay, because the Matrix did something to misalign y'all's values, or to create a heartbreak or something like that. Yeah, these people are like, oh my God, that's so crazy. In this situation, like, I feel like, these people are definitely projecting onto you. Like, they definitely, they try to mirror as if they're a paradise. They try to act like, they have the same home and values and lifestyle as you. And some of them, they try to act, confident, or they try to act, proud and performative, or they try to celebrate mediocre accomplishments. And it's because you mirror back to them what the true merit is. You mirror back to them with, the true happiness within a home is. You mirror back to them. You mirror back to them, like, some of them are not getting rewards and recognition. I'm hearing a lot of these people are really nobodies. Like, they're really nobodies. Even if this person has a social media following or something like that, or they get a lot of local press or some shit like that, but some of them have really just bandwagoned off of your success. Like, you're a star in an environment, and a lot of them just come around to try to talk to you and talk about you because they see that you're the one that's the center of attention. And so they just keep mirroring your performance. They keep mirroring your home. Like, but it's really, like, if they're mirroring your home and performance, it's really because they don't have it. Okay? Like, that's the thing, is the copycat means that you're lower. The copycat means that, like, if you're copying somebody, it means that you're their superior. Like I said, you're the one in the leadership position. So a lot of these people are going to copycat you. They're going to mirror you. But a lot of these people who you're in the leadership position, so it doesn't really matter if they have a conflict or not, because they just are a lower standard and quality that keeps, like, projecting the lack that they have, right? So I think that what they're doing, I think that this, they want to look like their paradise. So they might dance like you. They might put on the same outfits as you. They might try to mimic your tone and cadence. They'll try to play the same music. Or they take a lot, they have to take a lot of notes from your work, and to get their inspiration going, to get their, to start brainstorming and things of that nature, okay? But and then they'll try to make it seem like, they'll try to act like it's, your problem, that you've done something to them or something like that, when it's really them coming around needing, a reflection, like something where you're reflecting a big difference. And that their home, especially if they're copying you, that their home is not paradise. That they didn't evolve. If they're copying, they didn't evolve. Okay, some of these people are following the trend and stuff like that. But I think that, you really are everyone's spirit animal. So, as a position of leadership, there are going to be people who come around that are not, like, in your inner circle, that are not really aligned. And I think that these could be the juicy gossip, is that, like, these people who were in the inner circle, we learned that they were just, like, pretentious, or that they were pretending, that they weren't really fellowshipping. They were just mirroring our leadership. They were just mirroring our values. They were just wanting rewards and recognition off of, like, with our privilege, or with brainstorming our ideas or something like that. I'm hearing that a lot of people who brainstorm your ideas are people who are projecting in this matter, okay? So tell me, what is the juicy sensationalized tea about you, group 1? Let's wrap. Yeah, we have the Tower, okay? We have the Bear, and then we have the Letter. Yeah, some of them, the juicy tea on you is that people are seeing that this paradise that you have, this is like something where your home, you have a big burly man in it, okay? I'm hearing a traditional household, and this person does not play about you, and they're sending you letters so that you can sustain your confidence through this adaptation and evolve into this paradise with them. It's like you don't need nobody else's validation, because your man validated you, your partner validated you, and increased your social standing as well. I'm hearing that this person gives you a lot of, this person who's protective of you, they give you a lot of rewards and recognition to help dismantle this resistance of people who keep conflicting with you out of a projection issue. And it's really because they don't have the same home as you. You know, they don't get, you know, they're not as confident as you. And if they're attacking your confidence, just know that it is because they really are lower and feel inferior. And it's because they are, okay? You know, they're definitely gossiping about the letters that, you know, the notes that you and your partner send between the two of you, and how it shows your bond and things of that nature. And so that means that a lot of these other people, these Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, we know that our values are not aligned with these people or something like that, okay? That big burly man or something like that, you know, they have a lot of sorrows too. And so they're not going to, you know, they don't want you to have the same experience that they had in their come up or in their level of journey. So they're very protective of you getting this rewards and recognition as well. So look out for their letters, and they're going to shock you with just how much they bond with you, how much they protect you and love you. And people are just like sitting around getting obsessed seeing you guys bond with one another, and they should, because it's dismantling something false, okay? You are a parent. Your home is ideal home, creating a type 2 civilization, okay? You are a role model, you are a leader, and they are as well, okay? That's so beautiful, group 1. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the beautiful butterfly. Okay, group 2, welcome back. So you chose the beautiful butterfly, and if you chose the beautiful butterfly, then you are definitely beautiful as well, okay? So what is the juicy tea on you? Sorry, you guys, came down with a little bit of something, okay? A little bug or something. So, what is the current gospel on you, pal, group 2? I don't know why I was channeling this before, but I think the juicy tea on you is that there's somebody here that is jealous that you're their boss. If these are like a man or something like that, or somebody that you were dating, someone that you were dating was angry that you were their boss, okay? This person's name can start with the letter G, a letter C, or a letter G, a letter C, or a letter N, or something like that, okay? I'm saying family. So this is really interesting, you guys. This feels spiritual as fuck, because you guys are starseeds, and you have been connected with other starseeds through the cosmos. And I'm hearing L. Something happened when your family came out. Y'all, when your family came out, your family does not play about you. They double down on you, friend. If you thought your family was folding bags, it's very secure. Family is not folding. And I feel like your racks is getting longer because your family did something. I'm hearing L. Something when your family came out, or you were like, where's my husband? The end, or something like that. Like when you, I don't know, something that it made it clear that somebody got an F on their test or something like that. When they saw your family come out, this other person, people saw that this other person didn't have no family or something like that, okay? They didn't have no family, or they didn't have nobody. They were like made a nobody by your family. Your family put them in a grave or something like that. We have the devil. Yeah, you see how angry this devil's face is looking? Somebody was angry as hell that that you were their boss, or that your family, when your family came out, it made it clear who the boss was or something like that, or your family is very bossed up. You guys are in the top, so I'm hearing that it doesn't matter because they're not in the top anyway. These shadow attachments don't even address these birds because you're there. You like something where your family came out, or it became clear that you were in the top, or it became clear that your family was legacy media or something like that. And they just, I'm hearing that this made people obsessed when they saw you and your family celebrating and praying together. The family that stays together is definitely one that prays together. And y'all, something happened where somebody's shadow attachment broke free most recently. Okay. Y'all, what's happening? These bitches getting dumber and dumber, for real though. So what is the juicy tea on you? Like, I don't know, I kept getting that first storyline so much. Father, what? Tea. So these people, like, I'm hearing your father came out, or your father figure came out, or this masculine that has been supporting your career or your public life. This person has came out. They came out and put some type of structure around you, and they have been watching you blossom ever since. You are literally in full bloom after this father came in, and like, some of you guys have been lacking a father. Maybe you got adopted, or this is a unconventional family, or when they, like, literally when they saw the person that was providing structure and support, they knew that they were not any competition. They knew that they could not compete with your father's structure. They could not compete with your father's media and legacy. They couldn't compete with your father's production. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. And them not being a part of it means that they weren't considered to be family or something like that. And I just feel something awkward is happening. You and your family, I think that you and your family, you guys might feel a lot of intense pressure, especially being legacy media or being in the top press, being in the top rewards and recognition. I'm hearing an upper echelon network in society. These people, they knew that this was because your father came in and taught you how to be here, or this father said that, this father said that you was their family, and this made everybody, and like that was an endorsement or something, some type of endorsement you got from this older mature male in an environment or something like that. And this created a lot of shadow attachments, especially if they saw something that you were doing that was taboo or sexual, perhaps. They may have seen your big butt. Or they tried to, I'm hearing the juicy tea on you is that somebody tried to clown you, or they tried to drag you for your occupation, and then someone was like, that's family, don't try to drag them, or something like that. You're like, that's family, or they're like, oh, that person is your boss, like, you can't drag them because that's your boss, or something like that. Like, that was crazy. And it's like the juicy tea is that they got mad because they were trying to drag you for something that they were like, it's like they tried to make you the inferior, or they tried to make you feel lesser about yourself in some type of way. And someone came in and was like, that's family, or that's your boss, or something like that. Or they just know that they couldn't compete with this mature person, this mature masculine that have been providing a structure and support, that have been putting a framework around things, that have been enhancing, like producing things for you is what I'm hearing, producing things for you. And they were just like, I'm hearing L, bitch, L, giving it, like your father or this older mature male that you became family with gave these shadow attachments a big fucking L. But I think your family might feel pressure from this opposition because these people immediately, when they saw what this father did to endorse you, or whatever this father did to put a structured support around you, they saw that this was your home. And this immediately, like, they immediately formed a paternal attachment issue with these masculines in your environment that have been producing for you, putting up structure and support for you, promoting your music, promoting your artwork, making it all about you, helping you with something. And they saw that was your family, and can't nobody fuck with your family's production. Like, can't nobody fuck with it. And I think that they formed this paternal attachment issue that has been creating a burden, because they're like, we didn't like these men or something like that, these fathers, these older mature men, or these men who know finance, or these men who are in technology and or who work in STEM. They are very good at producing, or they're very good at providing structure and support, or they literally give you a lot of things. And so these people, when they knew that they were not considered family, and so they formed a shadow attachment to these men that are in the environment supporting you. So this is a lot of pressure that they're on as well, okay? So watch your mouth and try not to make it harder for them to support you. You are their family, but I think that especially if this involves media, this can create like large divisions because they chose to support you, okay? Archangel Uriel is, let these people know that it's not about their physical appearance, especially with these paternal attachment issues. They were not chosen, to join the network. They were not invited to a networking event, and some of them, they just keep coming around, trying to engage when they're just not the ones getting structure and support. And they might try to, they're trying to elicit pity in this environment because they see that these men have been, promoting your music, dance, and poetry. These men, I mean, there's more than, like, I'm hearing brothers and fathers and romantic partners, a lot of men who heighten your awareness and, see you in the starlight, and they support you. But I think that some of you guys have been drunk, you've been drinking a lot of alcohol, or you've been escaping with drugs and alcohol, and they have been getting angry at you. They've been getting angry at you for escaping your responsibilities. I also feel like, don't, try to be on time and be, in alignment with your fathers and your brothers, and because they're working hard to produce for you so that you can combat this opposition. But if you do things to inspire more division, it could create an extra burden or pain and shame, and especially these other people who were not invited, or they're not the ones that's getting the support from these men or something like that. It creates a lot of like you don't want to create an incentive for them to deviate from their family. I think that your family knows that these people are false people, that they don't, they're false, especially with Archangel Uriel coming out here. You are the one that shines the light of God's truth, and that's why you're the one that's considered family. So keep shining the light of God's truth. That's what they want you to do. But these people who've seen this family come in and just like expand the light even more, I'm hearing it just like gave everyone increased amount of awareness, okay? And so your partners and brothers and friends and brothers and masculines in the environment, have been, wanting you to seek God's will before making decisions, especially because they know that you've been struggling with destructive emotions like anger and anxiety. And so the juicy tea is that there's a lot of men supporting your destructive emotions of anger and anxiety, trying to help you, seeking their truth and seeking their guidance before making decisions, especially because a lot of them know that you are in a dangerous situation and you've been angry about whatever has been going on, but your family arrived and gave everybody an ale. I know you've been in a dangerous situation, but and so you might be, it's because of talent, skills, and gifts, friend. Like, that's dangerous. Being talented in this matrix zombie filibuster is wild and very scary, okay? So I think that they are around letting you know that you're their family, and they're trying to help you make your decisions and trying to put you on the right path to promote more safety and health for you. But the juicy tea is that your family came around and gave these people an ale or something like that, okay? Heart chakra activation, and it inspired a lot of, a Cancer, yes. I'm hearing your family came around, and there was like this huge compassion extended to you because they know that you've been in a dangerous situation. They have been supporting you, and they have been sustaining you for several. I'm hearing this new family or this new network have been sustaining you and supporting you through your escapism. You've been drunk or high, and they're very protective of and helping you get a better awareness because they know that it contributes to your safety. And this family and this father is very nurturing or something like that. And people are, the juicy tea is that this created a paternal attachment issue with these other people who really took an L when they saw your family defend you from them, okay, or something like that. Very fearful of your family, how it's the top, it's well endowed, and they just were put in a graveyard, okay? okay, at this, with this production, with this, the way they sustain and support your life in this dangerous situation, protecting your talents, skills, and gifts. Okay, and that was very beautiful, friend. Okay, when this family came together, I'm hearing this family came together and put an end into these shadow attachments that was stalking you and putting you in a dangerous situation. And they see that since the juicy tea, friend, they see that since you got this family, you just start acting up even more. Like you love your family. I'm hearing you love these men a lot. That's what I'm hearing. These King of Cups, yeah, you love these men. Friend, them the buds for real, okay? And it's because you guys have so much compassion and empathy with one another and have shared a lot of the same sorrow is what I'm hearing, okay? Especially because some of you've had a talent, skill, or gift for shedding light upon a truth, and this has been helping these people, these men or these masculines. You guys are very connected to everything, okay? Especially because this is all about creating a sense of safety with one another is what I'm hearing, a sense of safety. So that's really beautiful, friend. Okay, so I'm also getting that you are in discernment, okay, or increasing your awareness of more shadow attachments, okay, especially people who come around and pretend to be family. And I think that that's the juicy tea as well, is that these people who formed a shadow attachment to your masculines, your family, the men in your family, there are a lot of people who are outside the family, and your masculines are very aware that they just keep coming around asking for money or asking for support, or they just keep coming around because they're obsessed with your glamour and see that they put you all over. They watch your glamour a lot or something like that. They watch your beauty, or you guys are all sharing ideology with one another, and they hate to see this community. And so they feel left out, and they feel like the attachment was that it's an improper attachment. They don't really share the same ideology, they don't fellowship, and they're not the one getting structure and support, and they shouldn't be, because some of them are going to prison, okay? They're nobodies, okay? And so they're losing full security and going to prison for life, okay? She mad because she a nobody, literally, legitimately, professionally, okay? Personally, straight like that, okay? When your family came around, gave them an L, it's not no attachment issue. Stop trying to attach onto people who are just not in your same social class, not in your network, who don't share the same values as you. You're just coming around as an opposition, as an op, trying to pretend to be family by mirroring and projecting everything that we do. It's something where they said that this person that was like a false person, or they had a like hidden motivation for coming around, because they weren't really fellowshipping, or they weren't really having a secure attachment in a relationship with you or these men in the environment. This is someone who literally could not relate to these men, couldn't fellowship with these men, or they could have been pretentious, pretending to be fellowshipping. And so a lot of people got an increased awareness around these people who were just having these poor attachments. Like that's not your father, that's not your boyfriend, that's not your man. That person had also, like, I'm hearing somebody also publicly and openly, boisterously praises you, and there's still someone that keeps coming around asking, keep making them offer. I'm hearing that if there's a third party codependency, these shadow attachments are paternal attachment issues, and they're literally getting harassed by people who don't have your ideology piled to, and your family's ideology. Like they clearly don't share the same values, they clearly don't have the same level of merit. Like maybe it's not clear, we don't know, but like this is a situation where people are literally like, they won't move on with their life because they see your family so endowed. And especially if you guys represent the upper echelon, there's no way to kind of remove your influence or to exist in reality that doesn't include you. If you're the top and in the mainstream media and the press, they're going to have constant reminders of you all day long. Okay, wherever they go, they're reminded of you and your family, and it just reminds them of how they're not a part of the family. Okay, and so if people they were just like, this father or somebody came around and broke you free from a shadow attachment, like this person who's been trying to bandwagon off of your high honors by duping you or copying you, or they literally just have not been able to fellowship, communicate, or have not, like, your rate of intelligence was also highlighted, and they just were not a part of the family. It wasn't about the way that they look. It was about how much light that we've shined, that we've shown on God's, of God's truth, and how that has been a benevolence that has liberated people and have influenced the world, is what I'm hearing. International rewards and recognition for some of you guys with Neptune energy, for music, dance, or poetry. And this makes them feel like a nobody and a failure because they can't relate in your network. They're not considered as good. And if they are here in your network or at the get-together and stuff like that, they're literally just here because they bandwagoned off of your success. They literally just got here, because you gave them a home, or you gave them a position, because they were so desperately clinging for you, asking. I'm here. Somebody kept asking you and your man to provide for them. I don't know. The juicy tea is that, like, this was like, maybe this is even a marriage or committed relationship, and somebody came around and kept, like, asking for stuff, like asking for food, asking, they kept needing stuff, needing, clarity and, like, understanding, needing outfits, needing combos, needing something, like, I'm saying, something where somebody, because of a paternal attachment issue, you were the one getting all the masculine support and structure, and they were left not able to fend off your beauty, okay, not able to defend their position, not able to, I'm hearing where something became, it was no longer available, okay, the position was no longer available, okay, or something like that. So some of them, they feel like they missed an opportunity to become family, okay, so especially the ones who see you get a new family, after rejecting you or something, okay? We have the Hangman, yeah, they're very stuck in the air on that shit right there. We have the Five of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Wands, right? They feel so, like I said, like with the Eight of Wands, this group of people, they're really trying, I don't know who this, the people who were not considered to be family, this is really just like them lacking closure because of the hardship that they create. I'm hearing a big division where this may even be a classes divide where you were invited to become a member of the upper echelon, or you got invited into a better or more endowed network, and these people, it delayed them because they were like, it's something where it delayed them or it put them in a suspension. You see how this Hangman is suspending or something? Like, I just feel like it kind of just like they were, when they saw your family come out with this production of art and culture, defending your poetry, music, and dance. Oh, these people, I'm hearing that it made them want to become family, but it was like that was the snarky opportunist. It was like it wasn't until this father, made you this big, that secure your position, or that made you, leveled you up, maybe even. And then until they were able to, like, see the potential of the relationship. For some of you, a lot of them, they just saw that you guys were very intimate with one another, and this really pissed off a lot of people. Like, it's like people, like, it's like they'll see an intimate relationship between two people. This could be a romantic intimate relationship, or just an intimate relationship that you have with a father. Okay, it could be like literally a good father, you know what I'm saying? But I think that in this situation, when they saw how intimate it was, they just were on the sidelines trying to, like, ask for intimacy or something, ask for attention, and they just keep, they saw you getting the high honor and just kept asking for it out of desperation. It's like they really couldn't, this whole situation is so irritating because there's somebody who's really needy, okay, around, and they're really burdened. And I think it's because, like, they really have needed you for structure and support and have been expecting you to provide, because you're the one that always gets the father or something like that. You're the one that always gets the father that props you up onto television or something like that, okay? And I'm hearing that the position is filled now because you have collected all of the, I'm hearing you've collected the big opportunity or something like that. And this created like a big surge of emotions when it registered. The brevity, I mean, like, I don't know, the magnitude of this encounter, this intimate relationship with this person, okay? This father, yeah, a man, friend, yeah, a man. This man did not care about protecting and defending. Like, they were like, fine, split that shit. Like get rid of them. Your man came in with a military, is what I'm hearing. They came in with a whole military of people. Some of you guys, this is the military, quite literally defending and protecting you from these people who created a big division and put you at risk or something like that. This was a big hardship that they created, and it's putting I'm hearing a class division, especially if you're considered to be having a high status in society and the government, and the media, okay? Like, you're considered like royalty, high status entertainment public figures and stuff like that, because they saw you as a child. And these people were just like obsessed with you, and you're just a child or something like that. And so this military people just came around to protect you or something. Like, they're saying that this military of men came around to protect you, and that was like your emotional fulfillment, and that they talk to you a lot about your emotions, is what I'm hearing. They talk to you a lot about your emotions, and they feel so stupid because they're not able to have these intimate relationships. And these men, like, some of them, I think that because they also see you as a child, tell them, like, make sure that they're not forming any paternal attachment, shadow attachment with these people, because those other people were attacking you. And they might have also been other children, and that's why some of them, other young people, other children or something like that, where they feel like you were the one that got the father, you're the one that got the protection, and so that also formed an added level of shadow attachment, paternal attachment issue, because there was nobody that chose them or something like that. And if they were getting rewarded or they were getting recognized, it was because you had to provide it for them, okay? And so it's like something where they're trying to act like your opposition, but they were provided a lot of structure and support from you and your men. Like, somebody kept coming around asking your man for money or asking your man for food. Maybe this happened at the club. Like, somebody came around asking y'all for food, or asking, like, maybe this was another exotic dancer asking for food, or they were roaching in the club or something like that. They were acting desperate for money or something like that. Some of these, like, exotic dancers, even the ones online, they're birds, and they try to, like, you know what I'm saying, they edit their videos a lot, or, they don't really have this glamour with Neptune like you do, especially because they know that you are, there's a lot of emotions attached to your expressions and your artwork as well. These people just didn't have the same level of expression, and that's how we also know it wasn't real, and they weren't able to form the intimate unions and bonds. And they feel like they took all these big risks to combat against you, to gang up against you. I'm hearing that, like, a lot of this could literally be the right versus the left. It could literally be the lower income versus the higher incomes. This is a really big common hardship of the world, because they saw that you had the privilege of men. But it wasn't that these, like, and they were trying to make it because it was like, oh, it's about your beauty or something like that. And they're literally these are men that literally saw you as a child, and they were not trying to get romantically involved with you. They just came around to protect you, because they saw that, something destructive was happening with a group of people or something like that. If that makes sense. And they were not expecting this man to, like, this man to come in and defend you. Was like, they were not able to compete with this military of men or something like that, or your gang of men that came around to defend you. And it made them feel very vulnerable, and like they were lacking fathers, like they were lacking men. Okay, they felt very unwanted. And so some of them, they'll try to get up on the social media, and they'll be capping a lot about, like, trying to act like they live the soft life, trying to act like they live the hypergamous life. Even some of these strippers that go to the club, they don't make a lot of money, and it can be hard to make money as a baby. It's not necessarily all about how you look, but the fact that you can't, like, entertain that's the problem. You're boring. You don't have your own book. You don't have your own expressions. You don't have your own ideas. You don't have your own structure. You keep looking for somebody else to provide for you instead of doing it on your own. www.com. Like, and so that's why you can't have genuine, authentic relationships with men, is because you keep coming around and over expecting them to, just like you keep having this paternal attachment issue, and they just often see them as very rigid, masculine, not trusting in the sacred flow, not having their own identity, not having their own expression. Like they keep trying to elicit pity from your men, and they're just like, we're just not intimate with you. We're just not relating to you. You're just someone who's just desperate for money. That's a prostitute, someone who just places their physical security above their empowerment, and they see that you're this child that was spiritually empowered, like a magical child, and you were so lucky to get this defense, okay? And these men that were able to achieve compassion and empathy for you, they feel the hardship intensely with these other people because they know that they weren't getting the structure and support. They know that they were internalizing around their body issues. They know that it was paternal. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, why were you the one that was chosen, or like you're their favorite child type of energy. And some of you guys, you literally are the favorite. Okay, you are everybody's favorite, and this was all divine timing for all these men to come to show up and to like tell you that they're your favorite, that you're their favorite, and that they formed an intimacy with you. I'm hearing so many, and it's not even romantic. It's literally they formed an intimacy with you as a child, and it was like a pure, devoted love where they just wanted to protect you from these dangerous people who were clearly shadow attachments, just prostitutes, putting their physical considerations and their financial securities above their spiritual empowerment or the power of their spirit. And it was clear that they just wanted sex, money, and power, and that they were not actually focused on shining the light of God's will. Okay, shining the light of God's truth. And this truth it created a big division, and it revealed who were the shadow attachments and who were not. Okay, and I ultimately do feel like the benevolence won over this evil filibuster. Okay, that's what I'm saying about the juicy tea on you right now, pal 2. Let me know how this resonates, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. Hi group 3, welcome to your selection. So you chose the purple heart, so let's get into it. What is the juicy gossip around you? Okay, I'm hearing your hips. Okay, your hips, something about your hips being natural, or your body type is natural. Okay, I think that this, especially if you guys are here from Pal 2, this is just a channel message, so bear with me until we get to the cards. But like, I feel like this is a situation where somebody, there's a lot of unnatural things, or this division is just, I don't know how you can win in this situation. It feels like an unbearable cross because you're really just getting a lot of slack because of your beauty. But I'm also getting that these could be a lot of mean girls, where they could have plastic surgery, and these girls are just not. It's like you are immune from them. It's like something where they're mean girls, or people who clearly are like, they're not to be compared to you. So you are not. I think that this juicy tea is you learning about your family, or you learning about inappropriate surrogate families. This is not like this matter or this division. You should not. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I don't think that it serves you to be trying to appeal to everyone. I think that ultimately all are welcomed in this matter, but if it comes down to your body type, there is no safe reality for people who have a problem with you because of your body type. And it's because they're really angry that you don't have to have the plastic surgery that they have. They're angry that you are very fit to flaunt in this situation, and you have skills, talent, skills, and gifts that are flaunted by few. These people, something where there's a limitation with their body type, or they can't, it's clear that you have a very different lifestyle. Like something where especially if they are like mean girls or plastic surgeries. They are just not like, they're not gifted. Like they're prostitutes, so they had to place their financial considerations and physical security above their spiritual empowerment. And if you don't have plastic surgery, or if you don't have like, and if you do have plastic surgery, either way, like, don't let anybody bully you for some unrealistic caricature image that they think that you should be adhering to. Sorry, like, not everybody wants to look like that. And I'm hearing that your skills are flaunted by few, and you are, especially if you're, I'm hearing your network is very natural, very conservative, very boring. And if you're coming around this conservative market, some of you guys have really natural conservative curves and hips and body types. And so you're in a completely different walk of life, in a different social class, and a different, you just don't breathe the same air as these people who feel like mean girls. Like, there are very few mean girls where you are. The girls that you are with are artistic women, natural women. They also have natural, beautiful curves. You know, they embrace their imperfections as well. And a lot of these mean girls that are sitting up, they are in very unhappy relationships. Their relationships are not rewarded. They just have not been, you know, they thought that going to do all of this would give them a happy relationship or happily ever after. And they just they try to criticize you because they see you getting chosen by a man, perhaps, or they see your beauty getting validated, or a lot of men said that you were good enough. Okay, they said that you didn't have to do all of that. And it's like, this juicy tea, like, I was thinking about this months ago. This juicy tea literally is that, like, people have been coming down on you for having plastic surgery, or they could be coming down on you for not having plastic surgery. Like, you literally don't win in either situation. So, you know, I think that the girls who are actually winning are the girls who go get one round of surgery and go move on with their life with their natural, conservative looking, you know, body, and go off and get married and live a wholesome life. These mean girls, I'm hearing that these mean girls are single. They don't have healthy relationships. They have a lot. They might have, like, they might be social media influencers, or they might try to seek fame or stuff like that, but they literally have so many unhappy superficial relationships around you, and they have a problem, like, you know, you coming around delighting in the good things in life that were not, that, like, where it's clear that you don't have the same lifestyle and values as them. And so you find an emotional satisfaction in a lifestyle and value that's different than theirs. It's very triggering. Some of these people, they wanted to make it seem like you had to, like, that you had to be, like, that, like, someone tried to make you not feel good enough. I'm hearing mean girls. I'm hearing something like that. And the juicy tea is that you didn't need all that. That you were, like, some of you guys, you were just like, I'm broke, I don't care about, or like you were chasing the sex, money, and power. Like, something where you were able to get an opportunity, or you were, you found fulfillment or delight, and you didn't have to take the same way that they took. Like, they feel like you didn't have to sleep with all the ballers the way that they had to sleep with them, that you wasn't passed around like they were passed around. They feel like you didn't have to go get all those rounds of surgery, that you didn't have to compete with other women, like something where a lot of men told you that you didn't have to compete, and it was because you were so different and conservative than them anyway. Okay, so they were like, oh, you know, honestly, it's more competition where the plastics are. It's more competition where everybody's sitting up with the same body type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to discern personality. It's hard to discern, you know, I think the irony of this situation, sorry if I'm all over the place, but, like, I think the irony, especially if this was about your body type, is that you were the one that got married, or you were the one that got chose to have this wealthy conservative life or something like that. I'm hearing a wealthy conservative life. And they were just pissed off that you didn't need to go and do all the things that they needed to do to get money and power and sex, right? We have intuition, okay? I think that that's the juicy tea, is that you didn't have to take the same path as them, okay? Yeah, you were natural. With the nature card coming out, you were natural, and you got chosen to be in the top or something like that, or you were chosen to be friends, you know what I'm saying? Just friends. It's not like, especially like the crazy part about it is like when you are not like, when you're not so dead set on chasing sex, money, and power, trying to go get, you know, trying to look like you got the biggest plush pound coming around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them want to go get the biggest ass that they can find, like they want to go get the biggest tits. It's like something where they were not able to really make friendships with these people. Like those were not real friends, and they feel so like they see you actually having a kinship, it enrages them. Like that's the juicy tea, friend, is that these women have become enraged because you're literally just friends with these people, and you didn't need to sell your body for them to, like, you know what I'm saying, you didn't need to sell your body for them to come around and like protect you and be friends with you. So okay, so what's going on? What's the juicy tea on you? Yeah, delusional. The plastics were very delusional. We're gonna stick beside them though, okay? These were your friends. I'm hearing friends that were, you know, I think that you had an intuition. If you were friends with plastics, we have the health and safety. If you were friends with plastics or people who needed a lot of enhancements, these relationships were not natural, okay? And you see how this man is looking like, you see this man looking at you looking natural. This is how awkward that it's getting, okay? Like, especially if they have friends that were plastics or something like that. Like, I'm hearing that it got very awkward in a situation where they were doing, this was delusional rapport with the divine. You cannot defend a plastic surgery, or you cannot defend something that's not natural, okay? And try to make it seem like it's superior. Something that you genetically modify does not occur naturally and will not evolve. Like something where the juicy tea is that you debunk something delusional. And it was, I think that something, it was hard because we've been friends with these plastics, but you had the intuition that they were health and safety risk or something like that, or that they were something that you needed to stand up against, okay? And I'm also hearing that if you are on mainstream media or something like that, the juicy tea is that, you know, people are honoring you for being natural, okay? And that something juicy is happening where these plastics who've been getting by on privilege, or they've been getting by on this plastic image, is not working anymore. Your revolution is hitting the mainstream media, and it's returning people back to a true nature, and stop them from doing something delusional where they're just trying to people please their friends who are weaker and less fortunate or have these plastics, okay? These people, I'm hearing that, I don't know, they were very upset that you were financially stable and well established, and that you didn't need to go do and make all those different enhancements like them. And I don't know what's happening, but somebody is delusional, especially if they're committing crimes against you. I mean, if a plastic surgery has been committing crimes against you, this person is so enraged at your natural body or something like that. Like something where, you know, it's like they're trying to do something behind the scenes, something covert probably, and trying to defend why they have been attacking you. And it's really like, it really has had no, this has been unsafe because it's literally been about your body type and there's no other reason. And it's like they'll try to like defend that they're better or superior, but they're like the ones that's mad. Like they're like the ones that's mad, or they're like the ones that is you know, they're the ones that are not happy, or they're the ones that's not getting the relationship, or they're angry because you're getting this wealthy conservative position, and they're just like sitting there delusional, keep trying to defend something fake, okay? Something like where they keep trying to defend something fake, and it's really like an attempt to try to undermine your confidence or something like that, because you're natural, you're not going to look like that, okay? You're not going to look like that. So yeah, a woman, okay? The juicy tea on you is that like a lot of these men who was waiting for your body, I'm hearing a lot of men that were waiting for, you were just working, something where you were just working your occupation, friend, and you didn't know all these men were coming around looking at your natural body. And I'm hearing that you got the intuition that these men was looking at your figure become fully developed or something like that. The juicy tea is that there's some men that have been gang, and they're just looking at your womanly body. You know, they're here to defend your womanly body or your natural state, because they see that you have been under attack, literally health and safety risk, because of your natural body, okay? And you've been having to stand up to this situation. I'm hearing women that have been, you know, watching your home and family, and they see that your body, that you whipping somebody, and it was with your natural body. I'm hearing that you don't be sleeping on those natural slender curves. Like, that's the natural state of the world. And there's never going to be a way in hell that a masculine man is not going to be attracted to a natural body. There's a lot of genetically modified organisms out here trying to mimic the natural body and the natural order, but they just get away with, doing something illusory. But the reason why they have been health and safety risk is because you make it hard for them to get away with something illusory. Or I'm hearing something where you are breaking down people's friendships with your natural body because they cannot defend people trying to attack you with a plastic surgery or something like that. Okay, something like that. Especially something, I don't know, something, I keep getting back to this, like somebody is watching you have a conservative body, and it just is triggering them that they don't have the same status or something like that. Okay, and some of them, they wish that they could undo this plastic surgery, or they wish that they could, some of them came out botched, or they wish that they could go back to their natural body and try again. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them, the natural body wasn't so bad, or they literally seeing your body mature or fully form, or you just, get healthy and fit, and your natural body, you're like, you return your body from obesity, or you returned it from adversity, or you just grew up and matured into your true form. And all these people are watching that you never had to do what they had to do to get, to get recognized. I also feel like, having a plastic surgery or going to get a plastic surgery people could see that as like, oh, that's someone who's, they're putting investments. They try to paint it out as like, oh, this is an investment for my future self, or I'm going to move into hypergamy, I'm very ambitious, and I want to this is my attempt to put myself on mainstream or put myself on commercial, and I do all these enhancements to put myself on commercial, and they try to act like they're very ambitious and driven, but these are really just their prostitution and them being concerned with their physical security over spiritual empowerment. Those people are not really ambitious and driven. A lot of them have dried up, flaked out. A lot of them have been, truly delusional, because they're like, it's strange that they even try to compete or even say something to you, because you guys don't have the same network, you don't have the same lifestyle or values. It's wild that they're even talking to you. Like, it's like you're nothing like them. And I also feel like this situation could be like, I don't know where I was getting, I lost my train of thought a little bit. Like, it's like triggering them so much to see your conservative body and values and someone become obsessed with it or something like that. And especially because a lot of them know that you were just around working your occupation and you were just friends with these men, and they were like, we don't even need to touch your body or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that you're they want to preserve you as natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to exploit your form and things like that. So all these other women who were trying to act like they were, like, some of them, they thought they were like trying to act like competition for the men, and the men were like, that's not even the same caliber of woman. That's a natural woman, and you are a plastic woman. And they are starting to discern that these other women that they were friends with, especially the ones who had plastics, they might have gotten a lot of attention, but they were actually not ambitious and driven. A lot of them, they were disillusioned for being aggressive. Like, if you're so great, if your life is so great, then why are you aggressive? See how delusional that is? Like, the juicy tea is that people are literally standing around, like, watching them get aggressive, trying to hurt your self-confidence when you're the one that everybody's protecting. You're the one that everybody's fucking with. And a lot of them, they just see all these men attracted to you, and you were just watching you were just working your occupation. You were never trying to get their attention, and they see that you got their attention anyway or something like that. You were just working your occupation, and they see, and I'm here, maybe they even watched you over time working your occupation and watched your body change, and then they became obsessed. I'm hearing that you whipped them from when you were a child, or they just was in love with your spirit. Like, they hate the fact that they don't have, like, less. I'm thinking about something, because I've been getting into a lot of thought. Like, men who choose a square body, or they choose a woman with, more conservative curves, those are pure loves. They're not an attachment to sex, money, and power. That's why you see so many rich, wealthy white women sitting up in the castle, not needing a social media account because their man chose them because it was a family heirloom, bitch. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers was conservative. Motherfuckers got that long, old money. And they just feel like they're just like this new age prostitute that has to sleep with all the ballers or something like that. And like, you're just like this conservative woman that was working her occupation and drew all these men in or something like that. Okay, something like that. You were ambitious with your occupation. And it led to like big milestonias, bitch. Big milestonia, real milestonia, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Like, and a lot of women who were aggressive were like, it's like the reason, like, we're not even gonna make it about comparing the body. The reason why you're disillusioned and why this is delusional is because Pal 3 is not the one that's mad. Pal 3 is not the one obsessed. Pal 3 is not the one watching you. Even if they're celebrities, we're still not watching you. Can't you see how bored we are? Like, can't you see that this revolution is dismantling whatever consumeristic image that said that we needed to do something that way? Like, true ambition, true success is not like, and the conservatives will show you this all the time. They'll go with a square or they'll go with a woman with natural curves and be wealthy as fuck while you struggle to get brand deals as a flopped social media influencer. Like, while you sit there and struggle with the rappers and the ballers, we love them too. And some of them, they literally seeing you get men of all walks of life. Progressive men, conservative men, honoring you for your occupation and may have watched you develop and shown them what a pure love is. That it wasn't this big plush pound, the biggest ass that you can find in the Dominican Republic. Bitch, we ain't about to compare ourselves to that. But when we're here on a merit, we don't need to act like a prostitute that's just trying to get the biggest amount of ass, the biggest set of tits, and they're seeing your partner keep reinforcing something. They keep reinforcing your beauty to sustain your confidence. And it's like that's not what they value. Conservative men don't value that. You want to know why you're not married? You want to know why you ain't got no house? You want to know why you sitting up posting selfies alone? Or you don't got no network to talk to? All you got is a bunch of other superficial idiots. Bobblehead ass bitches. Bleach blonde, wearing a full face of makeup 24/7. Not getting honored for your merit and your actual value. Not the one that was getting chosen for family, but the one that everybody ran through. The one that's, dried up, flaked up. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to walk around full glam no more. Nobody wants, ain't nobody, BBLs, where y'all at? We don't see y'all on short form no more. Nobody want to see that ass, redonkulously moving through society, walking around looking like a fucking elephant in the room. Stop trying to shame a natural body. Stop trying to shame I'm hearing Mean Girls, okay? Where you were just working your occupation and somebody was trying to like validate they were trying to make it about your body type so that you couldn't, like, to try to hurt your self-confidence when you were here, like, through the solar plexus, bitch. We're here, our personal power and our self-esteem is driven by our talent, skills, and gifts, our contribution to the whole. The only thing that you're contributing to the whole is toxic waste. You're like a gas chamber that keeps fumigating, emitting all these toxins into the environment. We don't want to see it anymore. Stop trying to justify something that's not real. You're the one delusional. You're the one in the one-sided conflict. We don't watch you. We don't copy you. You watch us. You copy us because we're over here doing the real work, over here setting the real trends. We're not the people that's sitting up following the trends. We're not the people that's going off and taking our natural bodies to pick our pictures of our natural body to the fucking doctor. Y'all be so over dramatic and over exaggerated that you think that somebody curves gotta be dramatic and shit. Like, ain't nobody doing all that. Like, you see the richest man in the building ain't walking around with no 4 rounds of BBL. Okay, Miss R&B and hip hop head ass. Like, they delusional as fuck because they don't want to send them with the unhappy home. And you over here with a natural body, totally in love and totally intimate. Like, for a lot of y'all, or they're just angry at your passion and drive. Like, the reason why you're not passionate and driven about anything is because you have no soul. You're just here for physical security, trying to get the biggest set of ass and tits that you can possibly find, so that you can attract a loser who's only considering their financial security. Is only considering some image that they think is winning favor, but it's not. That's played out. Stop trying to, you're delusional in a one-sided conflict as someone just living their conservative life, watching them work their occupation. Something where this is like your conservative occupation or something like that. And these people have been violent, aggressive, or have been creating a challenge, okay? But something, I don't know, the juicy tea could be that you're brutally violent with them. And it's so that you can deconstruct this delusional report that these plastics have had, or some kind of other opposition have had. If this is not plastic surgery, this could literally be some kind of other assertion that people keep making that's not real, okay? That's delusional, okay? But I feel like a lot of this is around your womanly body and figure. Okay, with the Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, bitches is out of control, angry. Like, with the Page of Swords, bitches is out of control, burdened by your natural body. You know what I'm saying? Burdened by your natural body or something like that. Okay? Burdened. Sitting a burden and you like, what are you talking about? Okay? Like, some of them, like, I'm hearing birds. A lot of birds, bitches, that seeing you get prepared for a conservative marriage or household. Seeing you get maybe they even just saw you get a new home, or they saw you get a new house. And they were like, oh, that represented your ambition and drive. And some of them, they thought that this plastic, like, they keep asserting some other, like, they keep making some other assertion that's false, okay? And it's like they keep it just like, and so I'm hearing that like this is getting dismantled by something else, okay? Like something where they were trying to assert something and it was delusional, and this is something that was this insurrection or this brutal violence that you may have been partaking in has been to dismantle something that has gotten out of control with delusional people who keep asserting something wrong. It's like this is a complete fallacy, and this is like literally just their projecting. Like, they literally won't take responsibility. I'm hearing bitches is, the juicy tea is that bitches, I'm hearing a woman that has been out of control, angry and aggressive about you, and you've just been around with your conservative or natural, your conservative job or your natural curves, like some type of conservative, you know, way that you've taken. You've been very conservative, okay? Even if you're doing something that could be considered taboo, you're doing it in a conservative way. And they're saying that this man or somebody that you share a home with, that they have like, they make you determined, they inspire you. But I also feel like if these women are seeing this home with a man or something like that, and your conservative body, it just makes them feel like a failure. Like, you didn't have to do that. And like, some of them, they dream of having a partner like yours, okay? And you and this partner are like well established, or something with this partner that they can't get over. They just keep getting angry that this man or that this partner was watching you in your occupation and fell in love with you, and they really wanted a man like that, or that, you know, but like I said, like, I don't know, it's just like hard to see you win and have like an opposite value and lifestyle as them. Especially because they dream of having a position like yours, but their life is nothing like yours, or they're nothing like you. And so they know that the man would not want them. Best believe, like, maybe you even told a story about where the biggest booty didn't win, or something like that, or you told a weight loss journey, or some people saw you as being more curvy before, and maybe you got less curvy or something like that, and they were like, oh, you were whitewashing yourself, or oh, you know, why did you change yourself? Like, we liked you better when you were bigger or something like that. And you're like, look, that's not what my conservative ass man that's obsessed with me values, okay, or something like that. They're like, look, I don't need you. Like, they're out of control, angry, especially because you have been the center, as like a center of attention, as regal, radiant, proud, and performative, and that you didn't need to go make all those enhancements, and that you were here on a merit or something like that. You were here on a merit and may have found your husband, okay? Tell me more about this Chariot reversed, okay? Tell me more about this Chariot reversed. you know, somebody is out of control, okay, or this opposition is out of control. I'm hearing people have been asserting you more, is what I'm hearing. Like, they double down, they asserted you more, because people are like, we don't want to get away from what's natural, because we realize that a lot of that contributes to the mental illness, okay, especially for some of y'all who have been involved in this increase in suicidal deaths, you know, increase of artificial intelligence related suicidal deaths. Like, it's really important that we stay human. It's really important that we it's really important that we assert what is natural, such that we don't create any destructive and negative thought patterns with something artificial, like artificial intelligence or plastic surgery. Those can be great solutions, but they can also be a hindrance or perpetuate something false. Like, a lot of people who have been using this artificial intelligence or plastic surgery to do something delusional, to create a utopian society that's not real, okay? To create a delusional rapport, or like, and have a delusional rapport with the divine, where they have to, you know, AI imagine that this is their real reality, that they have the same position as you, the same life as you, the same occupation. And I think that what really makes you, especially if you are curvy, what makes you very different than the rest of these people is that you really have shined brightly in your occupation, that this was work for you, and not you being a prostitute, not you fucking all the ballers, not you getting passed around like a lot of these musicians and, you know, art whores, okay? You know, somebody has really, you know, gotten out of control. You know, watching you bond with your man and watch your man get whipped by you, especially if you represent the conservative value, baby. These people who are, you know, they still struggling. Some of them, they one hit wonders. They dried up. They got cut from their label. They got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are not, you know, nowhere near successful, and it's because they don't have merit, or they have very mediocre accomplishments, and they're very out of control and making it about your natural body. And I think that, like, yeah, with the Five of Cups, like, this is very disappointing. You know, you are successful. Six of Wands. It's like very angry watching your natural breast and body, and how a man keeps asserting how much they love it. They feel a sense of disappointment, loss, okay? Some of you, you know, the position got filled. I'm hearing something where you filled a position and they were notified that it was no longer available, and they got out of control angry, especially when they saw your body, right? But I think I covered most of it, you guys. You know, that's really what's going on with the juicy, sensationalized news about you. You're very warm, enthusiastic, and beautiful. And shining brightly in your occupation. But people who keep, like, I'm hearing that someone, like, this juicy tea is that someone keeps asserting, they keep asserting your, like, they keep making an assertion about you, and it's about, it reinforces and anchors people to what is natural. We love AI, we love plastic surgery because it gives us the ideal image of ourselves, but that's not a sustainable abundance that will evolve. And so this is the delusional rapport, where they have been competitive, angry, and aggressive because they see that you have had a sustainable abundance, especially marrying rich or getting old money. A lot of white men, they're going to keep marrying, you know, their white women because that's their family and they got the long money, okay? They don't need to be on social media with, you know, 500 cc's of saline and 3 rounds of BBL trying to increase their social standing and trying to act like they're ambitious when they're really prostitutes just here to look like they have physical security. You're not really secure, and that's why we're disillusioned, because you have this delusional rapport, this negative thought pattern that shows us that you're not really secure when you claim that you are secure. Why are you angry? Okay? Thank you so much, Pal 3. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys in the next one.